Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching the Bowtiepsychic here on YouTube. Um, Happy Monday. I hope all is well for you. I hope everything is going well. Um, Things look a little bit different here. The microphone has been adjusted, so you'll be able to hear me much more clearly. I was I was basically holding it wrong, and now everything is pretty much copacetic. You won't be seeing my mouth very often, but who said it was going to be glamorous? Also, I hope you're having a good day today. I know it's Monday and it's kind of beginning of the week and it's dragging a little bit, but I also hope that you're having a good day at work or wherever you are today. Um, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this video. Spirit actually led me to do monthly forecasts for each zodiac sign. I know it's a little bit late. It's April 8th. So it seems like a little late, but I'm actually doing this on Spirit's time. Everything I do is on Spirit's time. So what I'm actually doing is just doing things a little bit different. And I hope you resonate with the messages nonetheless. If you do not, that's fine. And this is actually for um, Aries, whether it be like a sun sign, rising sign, or a moon sign. Um, and again, if you do not resonate with it, that's perfectly fine. Um, so I already pulled cards already. I already did a prayer, and I'm already connected to Aries energy. But I definitely want to get centered again because I kind of knocked myself um, out of that energy when I started talking. So I will just go ahead and ask Spirit again to connect me to the Aries energy so we can get started. Dear Higher Spirit, I pray that you use me as a vessel. Whatever comes through is from you, the highest to the best of my guardians, ancestors, wise ones, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters. Whatever comes through, may it come from a place of light and love and is rooted in truth. And I pray that you put the white light of protection around me and the collective. The Spirit, I pray that you would connect me with the Aries energy. Thank you, Spirit. So again, I just pulled some cards already for the Instagram video. In fact, there's a few here, but the Spirit told me to just do one for the Instagram and do the rest of them, for this actual video because it's a lot. It's a lot of information that has been downloaded, and so I just wanted to do you, Aries, a great justice as far as getting the message. And again, um, if if this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, by all means, put it show some love in the comments, and let's have a discussion about it if you so choose. So the first card that I received is the Eight of Water, and so when this card actually pulled up, um, what I got from this spirit, the energy that I got from this card right away is basically Aries, keep your energies open. Keep your energies open, keep your heart open, keep all your chakras cleared and aligned. So not only you are able to receive love and appreciation, but you are to give love as well. Because those who are born under the Aries season, there's a lot of um, there's a lot of tension there. I'm getting there's a lot of tension, especially when it comes to relationships, especially relationships with other people. And what I'm getting from that particular card is that sometimes Aries has a hard time connecting with others because there's a lot of there's a lot of anger and there's a lot of fire and there's a lot of passion, and sometimes there's also this need to be on the go all the time and also be right. You all have to be right. You all have to. What I'm noticing with a lot of people under the Aries sign or have the Aries sign, there's always, you're all passion, you're all passion, you're all fire, you're all, action. But when it comes to communicating with other people, you get frustrated very easily when they don't see things your way in particular. And so what that card is saying is that please keep in mind that you are very much a spiritual being. You are spiritual in any way, shape, or form. It's time to connect. It's time to connect with other people. It's time to connect with their feelings. It's the time to connect. Is it's time to connect to that sensitive side to you, because Aries has a hard time being sensitive because they feel like in order, or there's like this. Yes, when it comes to sensitivity, it's really hard for people born under the Aries sign to come off as vulnerable in some way, shape, or form. And so, because it's considered a sign of weakness for them, a sign of weakness for them. If they come off as soft, they feel like people are going to take advantage of that. Um, and as a result of that, they have a tendency to close up. So, or become angry or lash out in anger in some way, shape, or form. Or be annoyed at somebody, especially loved ones. So what that card is saying is that please watch your intentions and be open and honest about your feelings. Be open and honest, so you can receive love and communicate love, and people can react in kind. The one other card you have is the Two of Water card. This is upside down, and so basically, again, Aries, you are having a hard time communicating with people. And so, what I'm getting from this spread right away is that um, don't pull back from others. Don't pull back from your collective. Don't pull back at all. This is actually the time for you to be vulnerable. This is actually the time for you to not swallow your feelings so much, because honesty will be your best thing at this point. You know what I mean? Like being honest with yourself and being honest with like who you are and where you are. Because what's ended up happening was that there's like, I feel like I'm just feeling this internal struggle um, with you, Aries, like this internal struggle. Like there is just like all this energy that's within you is like it's not being addressed in a sense. It's not being addressed at all. If anything, you're holding yourself back by holding a lot of the energy inside of you. And so I just feel a lot of frustration, not anger, but just frustration with the self, and frustrated with your situation, because you feel like things, even though this is still Aries season, you feel as if things are not moving forward the way you want them to. And so what I'm getting is that that's where one of the frustrations is coming from. Things aren't moving fast enough for you, especially when it comes to your feelings. I just get the feeling that it's very hard for you to process stuff when it comes to your overall emotions and your needs and your wants, and so you don't know how to communicate that, and so it just I'm just getting a lot of masculine energy from this, a lot of masculine energy coming from this whole reading from the collective in general. Um, And when I mean masculine energy, I don't see, masculine energy associated with men. It could be also associated with women and gender non-conforming individuals. And so what I'm getting is that um, You like I'm just getting like if something you're just very frustrated and if something does not happen in your favor, I'm just getting you're willing and ready to punch through walls. And so you're also being told to calm down, to remain calm, Aries, to remain calm and things will happen for you. But I just feel like for the month of April, you feel like things are not moving as quickly as they could. I'm getting the word irrational. Your thoughts around movement and things not happening quickly enough in your favor. Spirit is saying those thoughts, and that even the whole like the whole concept of nothing working out for you is completely irrational. A lot of things are working out for you. Things are happening in the cosmos. It's just that they are not happening when you want them to happen. And because of that, you have to learn how to let go of control. Aries, let go of control and let go of the control of the situation. Let spirit and your ancestors, let your spirit team lead you to something better. Because what I'm getting right off the bat is nothing is happening. You feel like things are not happening for you, and that's not the case at all. I'm also I'm getting not to do anything rash. Don't do anything. Use your use your logic for this one, and not be don't let your emotions drive you. But don't let your intellect block you from getting what you are desiring either. You are doing the action steps, but please be patient, with the process. Because if you're not patient, you do anything that's rash, you're going to end up sabotaging yourself, is what I'm getting. You're also getting the knowledge card, the knowledge card. So basically, what I'm getting, Aries, is that this is your time during the month of April to get some things in order as far as your paperwork or any sort of anything pertaining to business or anything analytical. You are to get that in order. Um, this is a time to be organized, and this is a time to think about your future. This is a time to build for your future and build towards what you are working towards. Um, Start looking at financial stuff, analytical stuff, anything that pertains to business, because yeah, I'm getting like I see you like talking to a lawyer or something that or that would be something that's legally binding, because what's happening is that there's so much you don't want there's so much things going on in the air. Like you are working, I'm getting that a lot of y'all are working towards having your own business or having something um, in the works as far as doing something for yourself. Um, and building your own life up. And so, what I'm getting is that this is a time to beef up your knowledge about legalities, what you are supposed to be doing to protect yourself from any sort of vulture that's trying to take money from you in the future. Basically, start getting that stuff together. When it's because when the time comes, You're not wondering why or what happened. You will have the knowledge base necessary or available to you. And because you will have that knowledge base, you will actually be in the know as far as how things work in the business world. I'm just getting that this is a time for you, Aries, to settle, like, this is why you're being asked to slow down and to not do anything so rash, because when it comes to contracts and paperwork and anything pertaining to legalities, you are to be careful, because there not everyone is knowledgeable, and not everyone is looking out for you in the business world. And so this is, especially if you're working independently, this is pretty much the time to start educating yourself on what it's like, what it's like to own your business, what it's like to do an invoice, what it's like to, you know, book appointments, or keep contracts, or keep your contacts available. Do you need an assistant? If so, what does that look like? How are they going to get paid? So on and so forth. And how is the paperwork going to look like? So you are protecting yourself legally. So this is the stuff that you are going to be thinking about and looking for. Because chances are, like, I'm seeing a lot of success for you as well, Aries. It's just that you have to play your cards right, because you don't want to do anything that will sabotage you in the future, especially when it comes to money, especially when it comes to partnerships. Because I don't see you working by yourself either. I see a lot of partnerships as well. I see a lot of partnerships for you. I see you laying the groundwork with someone else in regards to your business, because once you start doing that, and getting, like, surrounding yourself with people that you trust, as far as what your business is going to look like, and what kind of people you want to work with, and whether or not y'all have, like, the same mission statement. That's the type of stuff you're going to be working towards. So just be ready for that. Also, you got the emotions card. This is self-explanatory. Keep your emotions in check. Also, keep your emotions in check. Do not let your emotions get the best of you. I'm also getting that, again, you're not allowing people to help you on an emotional level. You have a tendency to be like, I'm good, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Leave me alone. So that sort of stuff. Like, you keep a lot of stuff inside, and this is not the time to do it. This is not the time to do it. It's actually very detrimental to your health. And I'm not just talking about your spiritual health. I'm talking about your emotional health, your physical health. The more you keep stuff inside, that will manifest into so many health problems. There are people who will die of heart disease, heart disease, ulcers, aneurysms, heart attacks. Like, it doesn't. There are people who, like, literally, like, hold a lot of stress, in their body, end up stroking out. So it's like, this is the time to think about ways to like, healthy coping mechanisms. This is the time to think of healthy coping mechanisms to basically to help you channel these emotions, especially if you don't want to talk. If you are an artist, art is another way, or writing is another way, drawing is another way. There are people who dance, and that's another way for them to get those emotions out. This is extremely important, especially if you are going into business, because what's in the and to be honest with you, the first quarter moon is coming up on Friday, and that is the time to manifest a lot of things. To manifest all that you desire to have. And so this is why the business part of your reading is coming up too, Aries, because in order for you to manifest all that all you desire, all your channels need to be cleared. You are to not have blocks whatsoever. In fact, you are being called to let things go, to release a lot of hurt and pain from whatever trauma that you have gone through, in order for you to do your work. Because if you're blocked and you are working towards manifestation, you'll get a little bit, but it's not going to be as much as you desire, just because there's so many blocks that are in the way. So this is why you're being told, do not hold on to a lot of toxic emotions. Do not hold on to the toxicity of emotions. If you have to, I'm not telling you to not feel anger. I'm not, or any sort of your shadow emotions, because those shadow emotions or dark emotions are a part of you. That's what makes you an entire human, and you have every right as a human being to feel all the facets of your emotions. But it's another thing to wallow in them and to hold on to them, because it's a detriment. It's a detriment to you financially, yes, but also physically, mentally, and emotionally. It really does not make any sense to hold on to anything any longer. I'm going to say this time and time again until it's over with. 2019 is the time to to release and to let go of things that no longer work in your favor. And so this is one of the reasons why we're having so many full moons, quarter moons, half quarters, and pink, blue moons, and all this other stuff. Like that's why we're having so much moon energy, um, because this is the time to let go. This is the time to let go of a lot of stuff. And so finally, you have the Central card. You have the Sentinel card. And so Sentinel card, I'm sorry. And so what this card is saying, this is the Earth card. Basically, you are the key to your destiny. You are the key to what you manifest. You are the key to this. This is a time for you, Aries, to let go of all your emotions so you can be at peace, and that and basically pick up the keys to your life and be your own gatekeeper, because what's going on is that she's very much a gatekeeper. She's a gatekeeper of the forest. She knows her destiny. She knows her role in this world, or in her realm rather. And so this is your time to know your role in your life. Well, who are you? What are you doing? What is your purpose? What are you supposed to be doing in this lifetime? What can you do in this lifetime to make your life better for yourself and the generations after you? What type of trauma work, if you've gone through trauma, what type of trauma work can you do in order for you to heal, so you're healing several generations before you and after? So this is the time, Aries, to step up and ask yourself what type of legacy you are wanting to lead. What type of legacy are you? What type of legacy do you want to leave in this world, or for this world? What do you want to be remembered as? Who do you want to be remembered as? You know what I mean? Like this is your time to let things go, to do a lot of releasing work in order for you to get what you are here for, because we all have a purpose, whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we see it or not, whether we know it or not. Uh, we all have a purpose in this world. And so I definitely want people to, especially those born under the Aries sign in some way, shape, or form, to start doing the work necessary uh, for the month of April, every month, but basically for the month of April, start to do the work necessary to let go of whatever is keeping you stuck in order for you to get to where you're going. So that is all I have for Aries. Thank you so much for watching the Bowtie Psychic here on YouTube. If you resonated with the reading in any way, shape, or form, by all means, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. I also have a podcast under the same name, and so you can listen to that on Anchor FM, or any place else you listen to your favorite podcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. I'm thinking about Twitter. Spirit is basically telling me to go on Twitter. We'll see, because I've always had bad luck on there. I feel like you have to be clever in order to be active on Twitter, you know. um, and also, yeah, just check it out, and spread the word, because the more you spread the word, the more of an impact I have. me and my spirit team rather. So I'm thinking I'm forgetting something. Um, yes, for a more in-depth reading, you can email me at bowtiepsychic at gmail.com. That's until I get a website, which I'm working on. So thank you so much again for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.